think we'll be a little bit stronger, and hopefully we get better time.
Absolutely, I bet it. So once again, this is the creative finals here. You guys, like I said, Lachlan pulled through with the puzzle deference, but just showing the difference here. So we're going to set it back up to you guys at the desk. And again, thank you.
You know, Lachlan, you are good at many things, but apparently you're showing the world you're not the great at impulses. But it's okay. You're going to have another shot and showing them that the original thought we had is wrong, because I know you can do this. I know you can. We had a chance to talk earlier, and you're like, bro, I'm the best. And I was like, I know that. Show everyone that. You just got to show them, Bala.
You know what else we're going to show them? We're going to show them the standings after that first game in this set right now. Who ended up where in terms of the prizing and where they are on their journey to the llama at the end of the set. So it's Raven's Revenge obviously in first. They earned themselves $55,000 and that much closer to the silver llama.
That's right, but don't forget, Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions both have those silver llamas. That is going to be a massive determining factor in going forward. You know, if you're Raven's Revenge, you are absolutely looking to try and snag that silver llama if possible, because that's going to put you in contention, right? Then you have to set your eyes on the gold llama for the tiebreakers. But all in all, to be able to kind of come through and win that prize money for you and your team is massive. They have confidence, right? And again, I think the only other team that stands right in their way right now is for Turtle. This guy is a maniac. He's showing us that he is. Let's see if that happens here in game number 2.
The Sunshine Soldiers fell short, but Ford Turtle showed us all what he was made for. And I think we're getting ready to go into the match. As all the players are loading up right now, there's the Fish Fam, Scissors and company. They're all about to start. The gates are about to open. Guys, let's hear it for them.
Ah, there you guys are. You're paying attention. I respect it. Here we go. 10 minutes. Countdown has begun. The gates are open. And now here we go. Husey is first out of the gate, immediately just flying. You can see this is completely different than before, right? Before, people were kind of taking their time. Hey, what's this? I can't see where this ledge. What's going here? Let's sit here and inspect everything. That's not the case now. Everyone is just flying through these obstacles.
Yeah, a couple of these guys have not gone down yet. Here's Magma making his way through with the Raven's Revenge. This was the team that came out on top and was the player that led them all the way up to those treacherous stairway that we saw at the end there. Almost getting up around the corners. And here it looks like we are almost to the castle before Turtle. And this is the player we were talking about so much, Zeke.
That's right, man. A legend in every way of the word. Stewart almost making the jump for the Sunshine Soldiers as well. Unfortunately not. So this is this trap, this obstacle, very precise jump. You actually have to impulse a very specific way, at a specific angle, at a specific distance away from you to make it all in one jump. You can also, I hope they're not listening, but you can turn around and actually impulse backwards, right? So you face away from the tires and impulse yourself backward while jumping. Again, even doing that though, very precise. You know, you have to make sure you're doing this in one go. Look, Hosey's already here. He's already trying to collect the coins.
Already towards the half pipes in the castle. Wonder if he already triggered all the traps down below and grabbed that coin, or if he's leaving that for another teammate. Gonna grab that coin perfectly. Nice job by Hyuzi. Now he's moving up even further. No, he's gonna go back to get those traps.
He made it. There you go, Suzu. Nice. All right, trigger the trap, take a step back, impulse forward.
He's already
too shallow. I mean, look.
Through the castle.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. So don't forget, the castle is open. So once you do make it to that halfway mark, you can just send someone forward, right? Like, even if you're the first one and you're really confident, you can say, hey, Bala, I know you made it first. Just go. Go up to the next round. I'm going to stay behind. I'm going to pick up the coins, right? So quite a bit of teamwork going into this. But look along the way, man. These jumps are crazy. Susan, what are you? Okay, what a legend. What a legend.
Showing everybody that he can hang. He's led on the team of Scissors with Fish Fam. We saw them not too far in the prizing. 18 points right now. They're leading the way. But no, it's actually Fort Turtle again. Already towards these varying distance impulse jumps. And is he going to first shot it? No, not exactly. But you know he's going to hit it on the next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you know, this is kind of one of those things. The more that you do this, the easier it is the next time around, right? Once it's like, you throw it here, you're like, nope, that's not correct. This might be it. Okay, closer. Closer. I like it. Will he make it on the third jump? Don't forget, though, we got the Funky Fighters at 20 coins. We've got Fish Fam at 20 coins. Sunshine Soldiers, they need to try and pick it up. Here we go. Nice, but get across. Nice.
Perfect play from Ford Turtle now towards the lava jump and what you were dubbing as double danger. Does he get a first shot? Does dodge the traps.
Okay.
This is from where he went last time, gets the coin, he's gonna double back.
First try.
Oh my goodness, he went through those. I would have gotten scared there, but no, Ford Turtle knows exactly what he's doing. Gonna get all the coins in first try on the double danger, but doesn't make it through, so he has to still complete it. And Suzu and Sand, meanwhile, from Fish Fam, are taking the lead.
And that's what I kind of talked about, right? Trying to send 2 through. If you and your duo partner can make it through these jumps and get there, then you can start watching, right? Because like you as a player, you go to do it, you mess up and you're eliminated, you're like, what happened? What exactly did I do? You kind of go back and then kind of relive that moment. Not here, right?
This is the moment that they were all stuck on for so long. Suzu knows it now. He's not going to hit the first time. Zand also attempted it at the same time. Not going to work out just yet. Here they're going to give themselves the opportunity. Suzu trying again. Triggers 2. The third, yes. The jump.
Right,
Yes!
nice. Oh, and Zand! He was worried there that he might have pushed
the door.
him off.
Not sure if he made it. I don't see him falling down. Yes, he did make the doorway, and now he's back towards this thing where he has to go under at the same time as triggering the trap. He does it. He's back to the stairs. The Fish Fam only need one more coin, and they're about to do it in 5 minutes. It is so fast here. The last time we got here, it was 1 minute and 30 seconds. So one more coin for him to complete the map. He makes it farther than any player has yet so far.
Where's the next pad? He actually found it first try. I don't believe it. No, that was not where you gotta go. You gotta go back inward. It's okay though. He's gonna get another shot. Man, that was very impressive. Honestly, I would have been like, where am I supposed to go? But that's why this is called the leap of faith. You've got to jump around that corner and hope that something will be there to catch you.
Faith he has. And with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, not a single person, not a single soul in vision. He's going to have plenty of time to work with. We'll see if the Ravens Revenge can repeat and get back to where they were, but it looks like Sand is also going to join as well, but no, he falls just before. Yes, Tyler too. So the Fish Fam is coming through in big numbers at this last leap of faith.
And you know what could be huge here for Fish Fam? If they can make it through the leap of faith and they can actually get this coin, they're going to stop the timer, right? So less time that everyone else kind of has around to observe what's going on and try to get this practice in, the better. Here we go, nice. All right, you got to jump in and out and around, out and around. Yes, use the wall, okay. All right, yep, look around. Uh-huh, yes. All right, okay. All right, here we go,
This
wait.
is it. Last jump, and he needs to hit the coin.
Go,
This
go,
is
go,
going
go,
to be
go.
it. No,
No, he didn't touch it.
Just barely missed there. Finally hits the bouncer and he's gone. There it is. The first players to complete the world run in 5 minutes and 52 seconds. An unbelievable time compared to what we saw last time. But still, the remaining teams have to battle it out. Back to the Ravens Revenge. They're still on the double danger. And they are going to get through. He has to hit the door, though. Oh, he almost fell all the way back down. Here
Here we go.
not finding the speed, not finding the bounce there.
Threading the needle. Oh, you hate to see it. Now, don't forget, remember, Ravens Revenge was the first team from last round. They made it here, and they're already kind of right back where they need to be. You've got the Sunshine Soldiers also going for the leap of faith. But look at how many coins they have, right? In theory, they should be at 29. This should be the last coin that they need to pick up. But someone hasn't picked up points. Now, where? I'm not sure. But that could make or break their performance right here.
That absolutely could. We know Sunshine Soldiers had a great performance last game. Ford Turtle has completed the map. If you see him up there, he's just watching on down. But the Ravens Revenge seem to have completed just a little bit more. Everybody now, I think, going to be trying to attempt these last couple of jumps. And they must try to complete the match. But important to note is the Ravens Revenge in second place right now. They need one more coin as well. That puts them in a huge advantage for that Silver Llama when we go into the third game. What just happened there with Stewart? He just climbed to the top with the tires.
That's right, the secret tires. See, these are little things you discover as you're... Oh, it's okay, Stewart. Don't worry. Take a deep breath. Line it back up. You got this. 2 minutes left on the clock, Balla.
Taga all the way in the back. He's catching up with his team. He's going to hit that. Can he hit the last one? He lost a little bit of speed, but he does. So he's joining up. Maybe he can collect any coin that he missed. No, it's actually going to be Artur up here. he's got to finish the leap of faith as well. So number of teams here.
Man, you got to think, if you're everyone else, you've already seen the Fish Fam stop that timer at 5:52, right? Just under 6 minutes. So you're thinking, we have to go. We have to be hitting these jumps, and that's just applying more pressure, right? Especially with a crowd here roaring as well. You know, there's all this pressure on the line. Nice jumps here. All right, keep looking around. Yeah, you see it right there. Bounce off the wall, out and around. Oh!
So difficult. So challenging. He's learning the reasons why right now. He's going to continue to get more attempts. Meanwhile, the Funky Fighters have gotten their last coin up to the final one. Kuto being the player who gets there. He's on the leap of faith as well, so it's just head-to-head against these two. And this is very important for Funky Fighters. They need to stop Raven's Revenge. If anything else, getting second obviously important, but also because it's head-to-head against Raven's Revenge, this is such a meaningful final jump.
And, I mean, don't forget, they were the winners of that first round, so they already have points built up from that. If they can secure this last coin, that could be massive heading into the standings. But again, we've just got about 50 seconds left here. You can just tell they're just trying to hit these jumps with everything they can.
Okay, Kuto,
right,
a little bit further than we saw him last time. He's got to make the leap.
Yeah, this is the one you have to go out and right? There
okay,
you go.
Now the bounce off the wall.
So
looking exactly, seeing if there's any more opportunities. He makes it. Okay, this could be clutch.
Bounce.
This could be clutch here from Kuto. Just gets to the top here, and then he needs the bounce pad. Yes, perfect. Just the coin now. He gets it.
There it is.
9 minutes and 23 seconds ahead of the Ravens Revenge. Still time on the clock, though, for the Ravens Revenge to collect that last one. And what's impressive, too, is that 2 players have actually completed for it. The players up above, but now the rest of them, 1 second remaining. It's still going to be the Fish Fam, 5 minutes and 52 seconds, who take that one. That second map of the world run is down and done.
Man, mad props to the Fish Fam. They did it in almost under 5 minutes, right? They came out at that 5:25 mark, 5.5 minutes. Now, Funky were right behind them. A little longer, right, at that 9:23 mark, but still, they got all 30 coins. If we have to go to tiebreakers, these 2 teams have 1 more coin than everyone else up at that 29 mark. So that could very well make a big difference heading into tiebreakers. But again, Fish Fam, way to show up. I respect it.
It's crazy, the improvement from game 1 into game 2.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. Ravens Revenge obviously in the first match coming out ahead, but Fish Fam clearly improving all across the board. It wasn't just one person. It felt like it was the entire team, because that time was unbelievable. That's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, we'll have to see who else can do it. Again, you know, Ravens Revenge had a fantastic showing. Funky Fighters showed up there at the last moment. And then, obviously, the Fish Fam. But don't forget, you still got players like Four Turtle over on Sunshine Soldiers. Everyone, all of these teams have someone that's going to get them very, very far, right? We've seen that. But now the question is, heading into this next match, what does that mean? Fish Fam have already completed it. Funky have already completed it. Raven have gotten close. Does that mean we're gonna see another 5-minute timer? Could we see it even faster?
Good question. And what Ravens Revenge needs to figure out how to end the match, because if they don't, then they won't be able to get ahead. They won't be able to close out, especially as other teams go ahead. Fish Fam knows how to complete it. They've proven that they can complete it, in Funky Fighters as well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for now, let's send it over to the stage where Pookie is standing by with the Fish Fam. And Pooks, real quick, ask them what their favorite fish stick is.
You know, we can't always make it all about you, but I am down here with the Fish Fam. It is, dare I say, official. They're the first team to take a victory in the death run. I'm going to start here with Suzu. So you were the one that essentially clutched that victory for your team. How did that feel?
It felt great. Like, at first, I choked the bouncer, and I thought I choked the level as well. But then I figured it out, and I picked up the coin. I was like, wait, this is it? Let's go, baby.
It definitely looked like you were in a little bit of a precarious situation there for just a second. Was your team coaching and helping you that whole time?
Yeah, they kept track of the coins that we picked up. They kept motivating me, like, you got this, this is easy, we got this, we got it in the pocket and stuff. So yeah, that felt great.
Awesome. Now, I'm going to come over to you, Scissors. we all know you are the veteran of death runs. You have been doing this from the very beginning. It must be an absolute honor to be here on the stage today competing, being able to help these guys out, pulling through to a victory. Are you going to continue the strategy going into the next game?
We've got the strategy on lock, and obviously it's awesome, you know, helping these guys, but they're helping me win. They're the real speedrunners.
Well, I mean, it is a team effort at the end of the day. All of you have picked up coins. Sand, I'm just going to go over here and talk to you really quickly. Now, I mean, this Creative Cup, what does this mean to you as, you know, a creative champion?
I mean, I'm not a champion yet, but maybe, yeah.
Maybe one day. Well, thank you guys so much for staying here, hanging out with me. Best of luck in the next run. Zeke, back to you guys.
Look at that, the Fish fam ready to go back in. They're already getting their heads back in the game. Also, great pun, Pookie. Also, I'm upset with you that you think this is all about me. What is wrong with you? All right, though, anyway, what kind of takeaways do you think these players can make heading into the next game?
Well, the takeaway that I take out from that is that they were all supportive. They interviewed, they said they were supporting each other, keeping track of the coins, and pushing their Suzu ahead, making sure that they're encouraging him. But for everybody else, I think the takeaway is, how do we beat that leap of faith?
Yeah.
That's the one that everybody's gotten stuck on. They've wasted a little bit of time at the double danger, but the leap of faith is really where everybody needs to close out, especially the Ravens' Revenge, if they want to get that silver llama.
Well, we'll have to see how things unfold for them. Very quickly, though, let's take a little break here. Let's send it down to Cam for his insight. Sundown, what you got?
And Bala, and we're going to take a look at some of the kind of strategy that goes into it. But first, all of these competitors who are here, who are competing in this world run, have had an opportunity to get there. It's been incredibly stressful. There's a certain amount of kind of mental edge you need to get through it. So let's kind of take a look in and how these competitors prepare for what was a world premiere and first appearance ever. Let's take a listen in and how these guys are talking and getting ready for the match.
Oh, they only have one llama.
Just absolutely amazing there. You can tell Ninja and then the trendsetter right there, throwing the peelies in the air, but also big shout out to whoever that was on the Llama Record Co. I saw you there, hitting the llama bell. I got you. But now let's get into some of what happened during the World Run, some of the kind of cooler straightaways and, you know, some of the tough challenges that you face. So first, right away, here's a run coming out from Chappie of the Ravens' Revenge, and this was one of the first obstacles you hit. So you can see he's on pace with everyone else, but what makes this so great is how efficiently he transfers this over into the castle jump. Is barely able to delay. This is one of the toughest first things to get when you reach it. This is his first time ever seeing this jump. No problem. Hats off to you there. And then what does he do right away? Gets into the trap trigger and he's able to get them. Notice how as soon as he goes, he is quick flicking his camera back the other direction and gets all of those so consistently able to get it. Now, we saw a smashing success on their first attempt. Unfortunately, the Cuddle Crew had a little bit of a harder time when it came to that castle jump. It's okay, this could have been my replay and I wouldn't have been lying. So many of these, they're so incredibly difficult because you think, oh, I want to maximize my height up, but you have to get it out with the correct trajectory. Now you can see Ninja able to get through the speed part of the run and then over the top. This is towards the back half, and look how well he's able to then trigger those traps and get through. But the Fish fam were the ones who were able to make that incredible run on the back of Suzu. Now this was from his first run when the Ravens Revenge were able to get it, and if you look at the timer, next time he faced this, he about finished the course. So an incredible job from him to make sure he is pushing the limit with what they're able to do. And you can also see the level of communications. He knew he messed up right away, and then he immediately communicates to his team. He's like, hey, you got to run and then go up. Now you're in kind of that double trouble area trying to get the triggers, and this is where they got held up for a significant amount of time. A lot of the competitors not being able to bait the chaps correctly, and now we're over with the Ravens Revenge, who were able to power through this. Again, this was from the match number 1, and you can see how he's using quite literally every single space available to him, including the rock, including the jump off the side with the airstrike to then get up to that leap of faith, which is such an incredibly hard challenge. And only having 2 teams full completed it after the 2 runs when all of these players are such strong death runners. You can see the Fish Fam. Look at the timer on the clock, 5.5 minutes, and he's so quick going through it, and he's precise. He lines it up, he takes a step, and he goes. My question is now, between Suzu and Zen, they were so incredibly good last game. Can they beat that time? Can they keep pressing the pace, and will they be able to do it better? Because when you get up here, you have to do everything right, find the lineup, not miss a single one of your drops, and then get the final coin. Was able to then double back and grab it there off the launch pad for that 5:52 time in the #1 spot in match number 2. This is now the 2nd time we've seen the world run, and we asked the question before, what happens in run number 3? Can the Ravens Revenge get over that last obstacle of the leap of faith, or will everyone else start pressing up higher and higher and being able to challenge him? Match 3 is about to be underway. We're going to throw it back inside to Zeke and Vala. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you so much, Sundown, that insight. I mean, he's asking the tough questions. What happens in match number 3 of this set? You know, again, Fish Fam, you saw, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, you want to have as many people up on that leap of faith as possible so they can just sit there and rotate around. But before we hop into this next match, Bala, I think we probably want to take a look at the standings. You want to see how things are going for all of these players together. And of course, you want to take a look behind us. We've got Fish Fam up there in first place from that last match, walking away with a nice chunk of change. Ravens Revenge there in second, Funky in third. Don't forget, Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions both have Silver Llamas, and that's going to play a big factor later on.
Everybody needs to make sure that Funky Fighters do not get that last Silver Llama, because then they are out of contention if they don't have a Silver Llama. Because Chicken Champions don't really mind, because they have another place to play. They are kind of out of contention for this Silver Llama right here, but still, so many different teams have an opportunity here. The Ravens Revenge, the Funky Fighters, Sunshine Soldiers with the Fort Turtle,
yep,
and then the Fish Fam as well, able to collect it. So we are going to get into the next game of the World Run, the last one of the set.
Here we go. The timer is counting. We've got 10 seconds before the gates open, and they start the run. Scissors, you can see the focus in their eyes a little bit there of Turtle, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Run commences right here, right now. The players are out the gate. Here we go. The first run, Taco, Taldak, they're right out. Ninja falls, unfortunately. So does Kotu. Zan there looks like he's making upper with Tyler, Magma, Kororo. They are just neck and neck. Again, you know, it just goes back to once they figure it out, they're just going full send.
I want to see who gets out to the early lead here. Suzo, the champion of the last one with Fish Fam, is a little bit behind, but again, he has the opportunity to catch up when he starts getting to those more difficult obstacles. Right now, it's not looking like anybody really taking a huge lead, a huge advantage, because we all saw how proficient they are in these early stages. Really, the first obstacle that stumps most people is this impulse jump.
That's right, here we go. Don't forget, this is that precision impulse jump. You can do it forward, you can look away. First jump, unfortunately too shallow there on both sides. And both from the Fish Fam will be going down there. I saw there on the left, there is actually a team that has made it across. You've got Ravens Revenge, who's in the castle. And I believe it was actually the Llama Record Company that are also at the castle right now. Fish Fam, the Cuddle Crew, Ravens Revenge, Sunshine, and the Funky Fighters. And now the Llama Record Company all have 11 coins.
See the castle run, how fast they can get through there as a team. Also very important, as most players are now getting through this first difficult impulse jump. Looking for anybody rising up, looking for anybody completing this trap obstacle course inside the castle. If they can collect those coins fast, the players who get fastest through the castle and really collect all those coins are, in my opinion, the people who are leading the pack.
Yeah, I almost think like, should you just like as a squad, grab, like send one person to each thing and just like very quickly grab all 4, and then as a squad go up, right? So that you have more chances going through every single challenge.
Obviously depends on how many of you actually get to the castle. What a time there from Scissors through that one. Is he going to be able to finish out that impressive performance? He's got a couple of jumps still to go. 1,
no way. I will.
2, 3. Scissors showing off why he's one of the best at these types of maps, but way ahead of him, his teammate Suzu. leading the pack again, so this might be a better time here for Fish Fam.
All right, man, Scissors, that was insane, dude. Again, like, these guys are so good, right? Once they figured out, they can just do it. It's almost like muscle memory. You see Suzu here. Now, Suzu's smart. He waits here for Scissors to get across, and then once Scissors gets across, he can start triggering the trap. He's going to opt to say, look, you know what? Let's just go. I'm trying to get the coins. We need to rack up as many and as quickly as possible, because don't forget, last game, they got that 5.5-minute time on lock. They still have another 1.5 minutes going off of last game, right? If they can do it again, it's going to be huge.
Waiting for the Chiller on his feet to get off before he goes forward. Now he has full reign onto this one. If he one-shots this, he's putting himself in such an amazing time. He's kind of letting his team do the rest of the work. Oh, one shot here from Suzu. Is it possible? Getting through the door? No, just short.
Shallow.
But he did not go all the way back. He's continuing the recovery on this run. Not quite enough.
Man, Suzu putting everyone in his fishbowl, saying, don't worry, fam. I've got this. Gonna jump down, first trap. Second trap, hop across, take a step back. Nice. Oh, there's actually someone else there. Is Scissors there with him? This is huge, though, if Scissors is there, because look, they can hop through together. Suzu can trigger this and then get Scissors there where he needs to go, and then there will be two members trying to get these traps. Unfortunately, too shallow.
Making the same mistake there on that bouncer. The speed pad up into the bouncer. You see he's trying to keep his back towards it so that he can make sure he hits the bouncer on the right point that he wants to. Kind of have Zip memorized at that moment, but a lot of teams starting to catch up right now, so, you know, starting to lose the pace that they had in the first game.
Oh, don't slide off, don't slide off. Unfortunately, slid off. Now look, Sunshine Soldiers, they're already at the 28-point mark. So are Ravens Revenge, with Fish Fam right behind them. Everyone else is tied right around 25 coins. Oh, and look, they actually sent Flytax forward. He's trying to make it to the Leap of Faith. So he's left his teammates down behind, saying, look, just gather the coins. I'm going straight to Leap of Faith. That's the 1 point we know we need.
Magma up ahead as well for the Ravens Revenge. And the record of the map by Fish Fam has gone past. That was 5 minutes and some. And we're now down to 5 minutes left total. Magma making sure that he makes this jump. He doesn't want to waste time. I think he might have the confidence here. Just got to bounce off the wall. No.
Short.
Not yet all the way through. If he can do this, he is clinching himself that Silver Llama.
Stewart, okay. Yeah, these momentum jumps, very difficult, or neo jumps as they're also called. You gotta be really precise, really, I mean, you have to be very calculated with every single one. You got Chappie over here, you've got Stewart across the way as well. And look, you can see Suzu there too. I mean, there's so many people here that are already at the Leap of Faith. And look at the rest of the teams, right? Even the Funky Fighters, Little Whip, and Llama Record Company, they're at 26 coins. They're closing in on that Leap of Faith.
Sunshine Soldiers adding their name to the hat of people who are trying the Leap of Faith. Stewart, not quite making it through yet. Magma right now feeling a bit of frustration. He feels the pressure. He knows that he has to try to make this, try to get this last coin ahead of anybody else. Clytax has joined the fray as well from Cuddle Crew.
So you can see too that Clytax is, while Stewart is using his camera, while you jump forward, you whip your camera in the direction you want to start moving. Clytax is doing the opposite. He's actually just using the momentum from his movement abilities, just like his keys, to get him where he needs to go, not even touching his camera at all. Two different ways to approach it. They're both about the same. It just depends on which one you're more comfortable with. Magma here. He's in a good spot. Great ricochet there. All right, just take it easy. Nice. All right, good lane.
Almost. The tires.
He's just going for it.
Yes.
He's just going for it. Could he be the first one? No, Sunshine Soldiers have actually already done it with a 6:23, and Ravens Revenge there with the 6:36. So Sunshine Soldiers sneakily got it, but still a great time from them. Don't forget the first round, they were the only ones at 29 coins.
What a close race, though. All four teams who were up there on the Leap of Faith have now completed it. The Cuddle Crew still need one more coin to actually finish the entire thing. Clytax feeling a little bit of pressure. He needs to start supporting his teammates. And then the Llama Record Company sitting at 27 right now. I think this is one of the first times we've seen them towards this double jeopardy, towards closer and closer, edging their way at the Leap of Faith. The Cuddle Crew have completed, meanwhile, just past 7 minutes. So the standings right now are shaking up with all of these teams being so close together. Can't wait to see where it is. Still, every single placement here matters. Chicken Champions, Funky Fighters, Little Whip Warriors, and the Llama Record Company all at 27. Who is going to come out on top in this 4-way race?
And don't forget, this really does make a difference, right? They're all competing for prize money, so being able to come out ahead of another team, that's going to secure you more of that pot, so they have to be very careful, right? They have the 2 minutes left, but man, to see all these other teams, 4 of them already get that 3rd coin. Like, you know, we saw that first game, it was like, oh man, Raven's Revenge, you only won at 29 coins, everyone else is not even close. Second game, the story is Fish Fam and Funky Fighters. Now, we've got 4 teams that have gotten that 30th coin. Insane, especially how close it is. Like, even look at Raven's Revenge and Fish Fam, right? Just a few seconds difference.
And all that could mean a huge amount when we look at the standings at the end of the match. But meanwhile, nobody yet up to that Leap of Faith. Oh, actually, Kuto. But we saw him finish the game last time for the Funky Fighters. See if he can do it again. He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds to do it. Came in second, just behind the Fish Fam and their record-breaking run. Can he do it now? All pressure on him.
And I mean, you gotta look, right? All of his other teammates are still being eliminated, right? They're trying to get up there because, again, just more shots you can take at the Leap of Faith, the better, right? The more chances you have of securing that 30th coin.
So many teams are approaching this Leap of Faith now. You can see in the background, there's at least 3 teams up here total. Could be also some players who have not yet finished the map from the other teams. As Chappie sits there, Chicken Champions making their approach. I'm wondering, Kororo, if you do this last one, you are going to beat out the Funky Fighters. And that could mean huge placement in terms of the prizing at the end of this. 30 seconds to go.
All right, wait, he's made it. Okay, look back down. Okay, it's fine. Small jump.
Got it. Last jump, and he's got the coin too.
There you go.
So the Funky Fighters finish up ahead of the Chicken Champions. Kororo, fortunately, is going to fall shy. But at 29 coins and 5 seconds remaining, I think that's going to be the end there for this. These are the standings as they are. The Chicken Champions come out there. And what an amazing run it was.
Wow, 6 teams. 6 teams secured themselves the 30th coin. Night and day situation coming out of that first world run we got to witness. But look, smiles all around. Again, in case you're just tuning in, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals. These are the very best of the best from the creative side of Fortnite. And they're all joined here by their team captains and facing off for a prize pool. And these games have not disappointed. The World Run, honestly, I take it all back. I thought we weren't going to see a 30th coin. I'm a liar. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
They smashed it.
These guys are the best of the best. Fish Fam, Raven's Revenge, these guys showed up hard on this World Run. Absolutely incredible performances, 2-time finishers all the way through. And now we also have to be able to think about what these standings are going to look like at the end of the day, because it was close, right? Raven's Revenge, that first one, and then getting second, and then getting second again, could mean that they are in contention for that first place here in this set.
Yeah, I mean, so Raven had plenty of 29s, right? They came in second, I think, just about every game except that last one. You got Fish Fam. They had the fastest time of 5:25. In that last game, we saw Sunshine Soldiers, though. They had a 6:23. So it depends where they place in those other matches, right? What does that mean for all these standings? Don't worry, we're tallying everything up. We're breaking it all down, and we'll have that for you as soon as we are ready to do so. But man, the World Run was dope. That was super fun. It was like we were casting golf. Oh, takes the shot, and he sinks it.
Sinks it first. Absolutely crazy. The tension at the end when everybody realized that they needed to make that last jump was just awesome to feel. The crowd was feeling it too when you made it towards that last one. When they finally made it through that last tire, or making their bounce all the way through, just like flying through the sky for that last coin. Felt good. It's got to feel good for these guys.
Yeah, and I think, too, being able to just, key in on different players, right? It wasn't like it was 4 Turtle. We saw in that first run was dumpstering everybody else. Then it was like next game, there was different people that were really showing up. Even that last game, right? Scissors, the straight back-to-back just crushed 3 or 4 obstacles in a row. It was insane. But for now, let's go ahead and send it over onto the deck with Pookie Face. She's standing by with the Sunshine Soldiers. So Pooks, what you got?
Hello, Zeke. I am down here with the Sunshine Soldiers. They're the most adorable team, in my opinion. They are coming from all corners of the globe. They've come here to compete today. Now, so far, you guys have, there have been a couple of struggles, but the day isn't over. We still have the remixes coming up, so keep that in mind. Do you guys have a new strategy going into the remixes?
That's top secret. Hidden information.
Yeah. Information, that's it. And you, coming all the way from Spain, it's so lovely to have you here, Daniel. What has it been like to...
I'm actually from Mexico, not Spain.
From Mexico, sorry, from Mexico. What has it been like to be a captain of your team for the Creative Cup?
Yo amo a estos chicos, en verdad creo que no puede tener mejor equipo. Estoy demasiado contenta de tenerlos conmigo y estoy súper feliz por la experiencia.
I feel really happy. I couldn't have a better team, and I'm super excited about this experience.
That's incredible. We love having you here. Thank you so much. And I'm going to come over here and talk to you super quickly. Now, you're one of our youngest competitors. So being here, seeing all of your idols today, that has to be exciting. When you told your family that you were coming here to compete at the Fortnite Creative World Cup, what did they say?
They were just super happy for me, and they was really excited, and yeah.
Do you want to keep competing in these massive Fortnite events? Do you love this?
Yeah, it's really good.
And finally, down here at the end. Now, again, all of this diversity is incredible. Now, you're here just essentially to compete at this event, but not only for that, but you're representing your country. So how does that feel? Is that a lot of pressure?
Yeah, there is a lot of pressure, and it feels amazing. Even though there's the pressure, it also feels great.
Well, you guys are doing an incredible job. Best of luck to you in the remixes. Gonna throw it right back over to the casters.
Man, Pooks, you are not lying. They are adorable. They're all so happy to be here. You love to see it. Man, the Sunshine Soldiers again. Mad props to them for coming in with that 6:23 time in the last set of that match there. Again, though, 6 different teams, all with 30 coins. What does that mean for the standings?
That means basically it's anybody's game, right? That just means anybody can take this because everybody really was pushing the pace. Everybody was making sure that they were in towards the top. It was basically shaken up from top to bottom, except maybe the top 3, right?
Yeah.
Ravens Revenge, Funky Fighters, Fish Fam, all these guys completed their runs and placed highly in the other ones. So I think that they have a good opportunity here, but still, anybody's game, just like you said.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. We have to look at things like Ravens Revenge, right? They had fast, they were 29th in their first game at 29 coins coming in first. They had a second place as well, and then they managed to get themselves to 6:36 time. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these replays that we kind of watch over the course of these games. This one specifically is coming out of the Sunshine Soldiers. They did, in fact, win this last match here. But again, just look at Stewart. Look at the precision again. The leap of faith. It's crazy because, in just looking at it, you're like, that doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, it's so difficult.
It's insanely difficult, the precision jumps you need to make.
To maneuver yourself through that. He actually made that in one hop. Everybody else was stopping before that. He went all the way to the tire and jumped over it. The reactions there in the background from that team. Absolutely incredible performance to come out on top in that one. Just perfect execution on that last one.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when these precision jumps, these tight jumps like the one around the wall that you can't even see. You just have to know in your head, I know where I'm going to land when I come around this corner, because it's not something you have eyes on. And once he's been able to do it, he's like, okay, I know the jump that I need to make every single time. But ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to get ready because we're coming down here to the wire. We are very close to knowing who are the set winners from the World Run. Everyone gave it their all. Man, did they show up huge. I'm not disappointed. That was so much fun to watch, especially coming off of Sky Station to then Junkyard Juke to this. Just 3 almost completely different creative game types we got to see today.
Yeah, we're putting them through the ringer. They have to do all sorts of things. They have to show off how versatile they are. And in the World Run, they showed it. All the teams who did compete and play in the World Run to qualify for here ended up showing off really well. Obviously, the Fish Fam with Scissors and company, they had probably one of the most difficult elimination runs ever.
Yeah.
So clutch to be able to perform here. I think we have the standings. I think we have the winners of the set. It's gonna be Fish Fam.
Congratulations to the Fish Fam. Look at them. They just want to get back in. They're not even ready to celebrate. They are the winners there of the World Run, and there he is. Fish Stick is walking out with the Silver Llama, ready to present his team this coveted. Look at this thing. It's so shiny. All right, I'm going to go down there and steal this, actually. I want this. I mean, anyway, there you are. The Fish Fam are being presented with the Silver Llama. Look, they're like, yeah, baby, let's go. We got that.
That's ours. Well, congratulations, guys. There's the Silver Llama for them. But all focus for them is on to the next matches, because we've got a couple more to go, and it's not over yet. We've got your remixes coming up next. We've got your Golden Games.
Now, first, hold on, Paul. Let's take a look at the standings. I think first, after that last set, look at this. Fish Fam come out on top. Going out of tiebreakers, they are the ones that are victorious, and they walk away with the Silver Llama. But the Ravens Revenge, man, they were putting in a lot of work there, also getting themselves some prize money as well. Sunshine Soldiers there in third, and then the list goes on again. Keep an eye on those Silver Llamas. These are the guys that are in contention for that final prize pool. Now, if you're one of these teams with the Silver Llamas, you need to secure the Gold Llama, because that is going to come. That's going to be the ultimate tiebreaker. If your team has that Gold Llama, you walk away with the win, especially because it's kind of divvied up amongst other teams.
Yeah, the Golden Llama being that ultimate tiebreaker. So the next team to claim it, the first team to claim it, as we see the Fish Fam with their Silver Llama, the first team, the only team to claim the Golden Llama is going to walk away as the champions here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, you kind of teased it a little bit. What are these remixes things that we're kind of talking about? You know, what does that mean for the games? Don't even worry. We got you guys covered. We're going to break it all down for you. So, remixes. We're basically going to go back through and play a match of every single match type.
Yep.
But there's going to be something different about them. So, starting with Sky Station Showdown, the remix for that is that all players can earn points, not just your sword bearer. That is going to be playing a big factor. We've also upped the typical 1,000 points needed up to 3,000. Follow, we've also got Junkyard Juke. Do you want to talk about that one?
Absolutely. In Junkyard Juke, we're going to be playing it again, but you can only use large props. So it might look a little bit silly, but what it means is that it's going to be all the more difficult to score. But at the same time, each large prop is worth 10, so we're not going to see those, small increments between each other. So leads can get large, or they can just stay very small because it's so difficult.
Yeah, for sure. And finally, we're going to hit the World Run one more time. But the remix is that players do not respawn. That's right. They're going to have one life.
Brutal. That is so hard. We saw how many people struggled, even, to get past that first couple obstacles. So difficult. If they have one life, it's going to be so difficult. But we are going to be hopping into the first game of the Golden Games. It's Sky Station Showdown with a remix that everybody can earn points. Here we go.
Go ahead and count us in here. If you're hanging out at the stadium, we've got 3, 2, 1. And the remix of Sky Station Showdown is underway. 15 minutes counting down. So don't forget, we have a new total cap. That is 3,000. And the remix is that anyone for your team can accrue points. This also stacks, by the way. So if you and your squad are sitting on a point, you're getting 3 points per person per second. So what does that mean? Will that mean players try to push points and lock them down? What will that mean for that center point at 7 minutes that opens up? We'll have to see as the game goes on, man.
So we'll have to recall all the different strategies that these teams have, because a lot of players took it very slow. The Fish Fam tried to contain the 1 point. Same thing with the Little Whip Warriors. Same thing with also the Cuddle Crew. But we also had the Llama Record Company all trying to vie and really push for that center point when it opened up. Right now, the initial control point fights are going down. Ravens Revenge has got one. Sunshine Soldiers have gotten one. And the Funky Fighters as well, but not before getting contested. Here's all the second wave.
And Blood going in, going to start swinging the sword. Can he chop them up? Dan Yan instead says, not today, friends. You have all been eliminated. Gonna shut down one there. Well, Bensor gonna be shut down. And you got the Llama Record Company like, hey, what's going on up here? Nope, Danyan is prepared. She saw you coming. She heard the DJ scratches. Back to the island you go.
And remember, it does accumulate no matter who is on the point, and also it stacks. So all 4 players are able to grab and stay inside the point. So you'll see at sometimes 12 points at a time going through for a team if all 4 members of their squad are on the point.
That's right. Ninja racking up eliminations and will be picked up there. The team's VIP being eliminated. So this is going to drastically change the way you approach these things, right? For example, if you decide to go in an assault another team, especially if you can get that surprise angle and you eliminate all of them, you by yourself can actually lock down that point for any amount of time and start racking up points. So you can look to contest, you can look to leave a team behind, you can break up into groups. There's so many different things, so many different variables to keep in mind as we move through this.
Already some innovation here from the Llama Record Company and a couple of other teams. They're hiding a couple people inside of cones so that they will continue to contest. But I think in this mode, it might be more viable to just stay and all fight at the same time. Nobody hiding at all. And we'll see too. It kind of lends a little bit more credence to the strategy that people were employing in the first set of games when they first played the Sky Station Showdown. They would have somebody go off and try to clear a point or at least take out their sword bearer. Yeah. But if they do that this time and they manage to clear out a point, they're now going to be accruing on both sides.
Yeah, and that's going to make a massive difference. Like, let's take a look at Raven's Revenge. They are sitting on 564 points, double of Little Whip Warriors, but they're still racking up the points right now. Ninja going to go ahead and slap Chappie back to the island. Gotaga here wants a cut of the action. It's not enough, but look, Magma also jumps into the fray. Ninja needs to get out of there, or he's going to be eliminated. Use the walls. I like this, but you do not have the HP to try and make this work. A 25. He drops Magma down based on that little jump, and look at this. Magma's like, no, friend.
You get him. Kaz comes in the back. But at the same time, another player comes through and Ninja goes down. And Raven's Revenge are holding on all corners. I don't see them controlling any one single point. Into the Cuddle Crew now in second place. They're in a battle with the Funky Fighters. This is important for everybody. The Fish Fam joining the fray as well. I think the Fish Fam might have overrun. Their School of Fish are taking out the Funky Fighters at last, but no, Suzu gets taken out too. The Cuddle Crew is going to abandon the point and maybe come right back. Suzu finally does control.
A brief moment, but not too long later, Tomoya says, hello, I would like the red point, please. And now we've got the Fish Fam over here. Suzu is by himself. He's got a bunch of eliminations. The ball of the Cuddle Crew is coming out. They're trying to wreck him. He picks off Sandy, but unfortunately, he does fall as well.
That was terrifying. They all came over the ramp at the same time. If you're just joining us here, don't forget, we did increase the score limit up to 3,000. So if you're wondering, the Raven Revenge, they still got a ways to go, even though they are in the lead as it stands. I'm also keeping my eye out on the Llama Record Company. They're down at 300-ish points. They're going to claim 300 right now. And what they do, they always wait until the last moment, until that D point, the last point that opens up in the center, and they make a concerted push. I think that may be very, very strong, because in the first couple of games, as the Fish Fam, or as the Little Whip Warriors try to make a push here, they're gonna get shut down. The first couple of games, they just controlled it. Every single person was on that D point at the same time. They built their entire base out at the perfect moment. They were waiting for the time to pounce on that last point. Still 2 minutes until that starts to spawn.
Oh, he's going to launch the Little Whip Warrior. He is, in fact, going to shut down Taco. Look at this across the way. Magma gets picked off, and the Little Whip Warriors are back on the green point. Dude, I'm very curious to see what happens when that middle point opens up, because don't forget, it's 12 points per player of your squad on that point if you're uncontested. So you could very well see an entire squad say, the moment that's ready, jump down. We're just going to try and get a massive influx of like 48 points.
Could happen every single second down there. It's going to net you that, so it has to put to an end immediately. It seems that this point right here keeps getting under contention by like multiple teams. The Fish Fam, Funky Fighters, and of course the Cuddle Crew, who get cleaned out. So they're not earning anything really from all fighting at the same time. One team ends up coming out on top, but then it all happens again. So maybe some timing issues here in terms of synchronizing the push on this point specifically.
Yeah, I mean, this gets way more hectic when anyone can score points, right? And the Fish Fam have been doing a great job sticking together, going in as pairs, duos, if you will, and trying to shut everyone down, but that's only going to get you so far.
It kind of breaks down, too, when everybody can score, because there's so much that more important. If you're by yourself to stay on the point, in the previous iterations, if you're by yourself, you get off the point, because you can't even score.
But now you have to stick around. Look at the slaps coming out. Lachlan does take out Scissors, but does fall as well. Now Clitex is just trying to get back into the fray, get himself those height with the impulses. And now don't forget, they have a limited number of builds. It's about 100, I believe. But right now, man, you just need to be turning your attention left and right, trying to eliminate as many players as you possibly can. This remix is shaking the very foundation of this mode. And Clitex goes in, he's going to start trying to take him down. Did not go his way, though.
So this is what I'm talking about. Finally, the Fish Fam control this point that the Kata Crew and Funky Fighters were fighting for so hard. And they control it with all 4 players, so you can see their score rising significantly every second there. At the same time, the Llama Record Company with an evenly timed push as well, but Rubius comes in. Chicken Champions take out 1, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I think the Llama Record Company, no, they don't hold. Or do they?
Or do they? That is the question. It looks like, unfortunately, the answer is no, as the Chicken Champions are rolling in on the Sunshine Soldiers. Attacks are going off left and right, but Danyan is just it's just not falling. Just keeps eliminating left and right, getting a little bit of siphon.
The timing of that push that took out the Llama Record Company might have actually worked out in their favor, because they're all going to respawn together. 5 seconds for this D point to spawn. You can already see they're hunting. Hand of Blood, Rubius, Carnifex, they're all going for it because they know the importance. If they can all stand in there at the same time, all the impulses come through before anybody can even build a base, build some protection against them. It's pure chaos down here on the D point.
And look, if you're another team on the outside looking in, as all these players are just jumping in toward that center point, you do what Gotaga's doing. Let them all fight it out. Let's just sit on the point. No one seems to be paying attention to the fact that we're about halfway through what we need to win. Let them all fight it out. Don't make any sudden moves, right? Don't be the distraction to have someone go, oh wait, there is a point up there. We need to go get those guys.
I love what they did just there. They forced the 1 player there, but hold on, the Funky Fighters are all in. They have a base. There's no impulse. They are climbing the leaderboard hard. They're at 3rd right now. They're going to overtake second. If this does not get shut down soon, the Ravens' revenge may have trouble looming.
And look at this, Llama Record Company, Hand of Blood is trying his hand and slaying these players, but it does not go his way as Tomoya comes in. No Llama Record Company, they stay strong. They're still racking up the points. Scissors says, no, friends. This is not allowed. You cannot continue to do this. Clitex also wants in on this as well. And Scissors meets an untimely end.
Meanwhile, the Ravens' revenge have not stopped climbing points. If they have 4 members up here, it's about even to 1 player on that D point. So just continuing to stay there. Finally, the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, and crew are going to clean that up and put an end to it just before they hit 2,000. But on the other side, Chicken Champions are looming. They have 4 players on a single point, not the mega point in the center. See what's going on with them. They're all lurking. I don't think anybody really is too worried about them, but you know, with all 4 players here, it could all of a sudden become a nuisance.
Back down on that center point, you've got Hand of Blood trying his hand again. Did not go his way. Kotu is here though for the Funky Fighters. He was able to rack up a small amount of points, but still, every little point you can gather is going to make a difference going in the end. And look, Gotaga and Ravens Revenge are back on the point, but so are the Funky Fighters. There was 3 for just a moment. Chaos is down, just breaking out down on the center point right now, Bala.
What is this? Literally every single sword bearer and almost every single player here from the Llama Record Company is using those tactical shotguns and getting in. But again, the Ravens Revenge are on point with 4 players, just shooting down, throwing impulses where they can, and just making sure they're accruing all those points. Meanwhile, the D point, nobody has gotten anywhere since the Funky Fighters were left there for so long. It all depends how this all unfolds. Hold on, they're trying to get a base. I think they might finally break through. No, they lose and trade off evenly every single time.
4 minutes left on that timer in Vala. These guys have been uncontested. It's just now that the Little Whip Warriors want to try and make the push. But look at Gotaga. He's literally just slicing through all these ice cream cones. I was going to try and say hot knife through butter, but this is ice cream. It doesn't quite work that way.
It's crazy how nobody except the Little Whip Warriors are trying to contest the Ravens' revenge right now. They are sitting on the point by themselves with 4. But again, the Funky Fighters in the center with 4 players. They are not even making any noise. They're not showing that there's anybody there. They are rising so fast. Finally, ForTurtle comes in. He spots them out, but that's not going to be enough. They shut him down immediately. They're still on the point.
They need to just box this up. They need to bunker down. Look at this. They just overtook the first spot. Someone needs to do something about this.
Guys,
they're taking up again.
You
have to go in the center.
They get it.
Oh, my God.
Funky Fighters again take the win here on Sky Station Showdown, the first match of the Golden Games. And that is a huge victory leading into the rest of these.
Just unbelievable. For so long, Gotaga and Ravens Revenge sat on the green point completely uncontested. And then for a moment, everyone forgets about the center point, and that's enough for all 4 members of the Funky Fighters to sit on the point and just rise above everyone else. And by the time everyone could kind of figure out what was going on, it was too late. They stole away the first Golden Game.
Ridiculous that nobody was able to spot that out. It seemed like ForTurtle was going to say, okay, guys, they're all on the point. Everybody start doing everything you can to stop them, because he saw all 4 members. They went from less than 1,000 once the D point was out to all the way up to win. And it was 400 points between them and the Ravens Revenge at the end there. Right. But you do have to also think about who else came very close in second. Ravens Revenge, who's in third. We'll be able to find out in a bit with the standings, but just an unbelievable performance there from the Funky Fighters to realize exactly what must be done. That was the second time they completely boxed up that entire D point.
Yeah, and just completely uncontested. But that's it for the first of 3 Golden Games. And for the Funky Fighters, they secure that win. But for now, let's send it back over to Pookie. She's standing by with the winners. Pookie, down to you.
Thank you so much, Zeke. I am down here with the Funky Fighters. Another victory. I feel like I've been talking to you guys all day, but how did you find that remix game? Because those rules were a little bit different than what you were used to. So what was your strategy going into that one, Huzi?
I mean, everything was so unexpected. We were last and we came first because we got the middle. The point system, because every player gets points. So we win. It was so exciting. So exciting.
So exciting indeed. Now, Ravens Revenge was in first place for most of that match. You guys knew that you had to come up from behind, which you absolutely did. But I kind of just want to talk a little bit about how there are 3 teams tied right now for first place. And the winners of this set will be taking home that additional $1 million of prizing. So I don't want to put too much pressure on you guys, but what is your strategy going into the next game? Are you going to stay the same? Are you going to change things up? Are you going to go for the middle again?
Probably. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and as long as it works, we're just gonna keep it up.
For sure. Sounds like a great strategy. Finally over here to you. When you heard that there was a remix kind of blind side come in, what was your first reaction to hearing that?
Yellow. Go to yellow circle and win.
Just win. I love it. It's so easy. It's such a great concept. You know, we talk about it all day, all of these things we break down, but at the end of the day, you just got to win. Back to you guys at the desk.
Pookie with the most insightful knowledge you'll ever need in your entire life. It doesn't matter if you can just win.
Just win.
I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong.
You're winning.
I'm trying.
We're all winning here at the World Cup.
We all are, in fact. But so are these players that have taken the stage. Now, don't forget, those llamas are going to be playing a big factor in how the final $1 million prize pool is divvied out. And Pookie touched on it perfectly, actually. Right now, there's a 3-way tie.
Yep.
All right, and that's something we need to take a look at with those standings, just to give you the refresher. So, Funky Fighters, Fish Fam, and the Chicken Champions all have that silver llama. Now, don't forget, every single match they play, they're also walking away with a prize pool that they're splitting 4 ways. That part's awesome. But man, that extra $1 million prize pool at the end will be huge. So either the Funky Fighters, Fish Fam, or Chicken Champions need to win that Golden Llama for one of them to win, or if you're on the outside looking in, you just want that Gold Llama. Because if you win that Llama, that means you and your team actually win that pot.
Yep. You win the $1 million final prize for the Creative World Cup. So all is on the line right now. Those prizings, as they shake up into the next sets, are going to be so crucial to keep an eye out. The Funky Fighters taking a good first lead, but it's not enough. We've seen it time and time again in these first matches of the set. If people who win the first game don't end up coming through all the way at the end. So they have to have a consistently good performance into the next game, which is the Junkyard Juke, and then into the next game too, which is the World Run.
That's right.
They're all golden. All the golden games with
all the golden games. Not the golden boys, just the golden games. I love you, buddy. Now, don't forget, if you guys are watching and maybe this is the first time you're tuning in, don't forget you can watch also at Fortnite.com/watch if you're watching.